Steve, before we chat about this weekend, because you've got two kids fighting over in Saudi, haven't you, in Abu Dhabi, where we've got Zelfa and Akeem. But before that, I just want to go back a couple of weeks, because we had a few lads fighting on other people's shows. And if we go back 2 weeks, we had Hash Redmond getting out for his fourth fight, where he looked absolutely cracking again, and a central area fight between Brian Phillips, which Michael Gomez Jr., which is just special, wasn't it, mate?
Yeah, it was a good fight, but just going about Hash, you know, we've got a few dates to come in, but nothing in the hull, so we had to get him out, and Kevin Marie and Frank Duffy did us a favour, let him go on their show, and yeah, it was a good performance off him. We fought Fons Alexander, who's not an easy night work for anybody, but he did make it an easy night work. Unfortunately, I didn't get there in time to watch that fight, but I have watched it back on the TV since, and you know, it was only like the extra weight of Fons that probably got him through that fight, and that's a good statement to say for Ash. So I'm looking forward and on developing his career and seeing how far he can go. I mean, he's settled in great with Matt Hatton there, and I know Matt's working hard on him and feels we can do something. So yeah, want to get him back out as soon as I possibly can, and then see where we go from there.
Yeah, I was impressed with him, but then his limelight was stolen by an absolute cracking fight, which is what the central area always produces, when Michael Gomez Jr. fought our lad Brian Phillips, and it was a super featherweight.
It was a super featherweight central area, 10 rounds, and it was 10 rounds of all action, wasn't it?
Round one.
You know, I had Brian just pipping it, but there were some rounds which were difficult to split. But you know, he was behind for me. He won the first, and he was behind 3-1 after 4. But for me, he come round, and you know, at the end of the 6th, I thought he might have even stopped Gomez. But fair play to Gomez, he looked absolutely done in, and he come out and had a big 7 and won the 7. So it was a great fight, and it'd be nice to do that one again. You know, don't know if we can, but people would come out, wouldn't it? Because
it lived up to expectations, didn't it?
Yeah, they just lumped into each other from the start to the finish, didn't they? And it's what people want to watch.
The last 15-20 seconds. If no one was sure about who was winning it, they were just trying to make sure you were sure, because they just went hammer and tongue, didn't they, mate? It was amazing.
Listen, it was like that from the first time. That was the end of the 10th. Yeah. But you know, listen, there's been loads of comments on it, haven't there? People have watched it. You filmed it. It went out on BBTV, and there's a lot of people tuning to watch it because everyone was saying what a great fight it was. And we're going to talk about a central area fight in a minute, and they always seem to produce crackers, don't they?
I've never seen a bad one anyway. But then this weekend we had Nicky Ellison defending his central area light heavyweight title. A big underdog, I think. The bookies certainly had a
big 7-1 he was, yeah. I mean, obviously you had to say Whittaker Hart was a favourite, but that 7-1 was a bit wide in my judgment on it, and you know, it was a fantastic performance by Mickey. You know, I thought he might have struggled early doors with the reach and the jab of Tom, but he didn't do. And for me, he won the first 5 rounds, and I know a few of them were close, but certainly the end of the 5th, he had a big round, and you know, at the end I thought, oh, is he going to get jobbed here? I mean, 96, 95, I think he was a bit wiser than that, but he's gone in the away corner, defending his central area against an unbeaten top prospect, and done it, I wouldn't say with ease, but he's done it comfortably for me. You know, it was a good performance, and I'm pleased because, like we've always said with Mickey, he's such a nice kid, and he's got no grand expectations, you know what I mean? He's just thrilled that he's got opportunities to fight on TV shows like Matchroom. You know, it's like a dream for him, and you know, he deserved it, and you know, if he can improve on that performance, you know, could have become a British champion, you never know.
Well, it's an opportunity. They were talking, I was listening to the commentating there, and they were talking, is it Joel McIntyre, who's the English champion, he's defending against Ricky Summers. Would be any chance of fighting the winner of that?
Possibly. You never know what happens in boxing, do you? You know, that would give him a big lift, you know, confidence-wise as well, and you know, to turn up on that stage and put a performance in.
It was a performance that, you know, we all know he's tough and we all know he's hard, but you know, he actually looked quite smooth in there at times, didn't he?
Yeah, like I said before, he was comfortable, and let's not forget, he wasn't a stone jug he was fighting. He was fighting a top GB kid, you know what I mean?
Or maybe a champion.
Yeah, but I don't say he schooled him, but you know, for me, he beat him comfortably.
Yeah, no, it was a brilliant fight, and like I say, it could happen to a nicer lad. And then this weekend we've got a lot of interest in the Abu Dhabi show. We've got, obviously Jamie's over there with Chantal Cameron, but on the undercard we've got Akeem Fiaz.
Yeah, Akeem Fiaz has got like a keep busy fight because he was out of action for a while. He come back on my show, forget when it was now. Then he had
it was July the 16th one. AJ Bell.
Yeah, they had a quick one out in Sheffield, and now he's got an 8-rounder out in Abu Dhabi. To really set him up for the year now, because in 2023 he's got to be fighting for titles, and you know, he's gained not just the experience of training with a lot of good kids in the gym, but of going on shows, and you know, this is a big show out there, and I'm expecting a good performance off him, and as I say, to set him up for next year.
And also on the same show, young Zelfa going for his first world title crack.
Yeah. I mean, I was pushing Eddie for a date to get him out, because he's always in the gym, and you know, I wouldn't say we were struggling, but we was finding it hard to get some sort of commitment to get him out. And all of a sudden, you know, Cardina's damaged his hand, and you know, we was told like he was pulling out, and would you step in, and fair play to Zelfa and Pat, who trains him. Within 24 hours the decision was made. Yeah, you know, we'd like more than 6 weeks for the world title fight, but we've been in the gym and we're training, he's fit, we're going to do it. And yeah, they've took a calculated gamble to go out and win the world title in Abu Dhabi. Confident, he's had some good sparring, and obviously when he wins, he's going to have to fight Joe Cardina in his first events, which will be a cracking fight. But you know, we've got to go out and win it. We're not counting our eggs too early, but you know, he's been after it and he's got it. You know, he won an eliminator for the IBF world title, so he's in the position because he deserves to be, and hopefully on Saturday night in Abu Dhabi he's going to announce himself to the world stage.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Fingers crossed that he comes back with that world title fight, that world title belt, and I think he comes back 10-0. You keep.
Yeah, and then we'll do one next week, not just about them, but we've got a show at Wigan on November the 12th, and we've got some other fighters in big fights on the TV programme, so we can keep everyone up to date what's happening with the VIP lads.
Nice one, Steve. Thanks, mate. Bye.
Cheers, Lee. Thank you.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.